In this video, I'm going to go over 5 reasons why you should get the MPC X. Check it out. What's up? My name is Matthew Stratton. I like to help ambitious individuals start and continue to create music. And on this channel, I do setup videos, tutorials, and overviews about musical gear. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Welcome to the next video in the 5 Reasons Why series. So I'm going to cover the MPC X and a few features why I really think that the MPC X is worth getting. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first reason you should get the MPC X is a completely standalone unit. So you can make entire tracks completely standalone, no need to connect it to a computer. Now, yes, you could bounce your tracks out afterwards, bring it into a computer for mixing and mastering if you so desire, but you do not need to do anything to make the track completely inside a standalone. You could even use the microphone input for the MPC Live to record acapellas. And that actually brings me to point 2 about the MPC X. You actually get 4 different inputs. You get 2 different line inputs, and you get an instrument input and a microphone input with phantom power. Now there is another set of inputs for your turntable, and you don't need a preamp to use your turntable. You could plug it right in. You just need to make sure that that switch is on phono in the back, and you're good to go. You record your samples right in here, right from your vinyl. All right, so point 2 is you got your instrument inputs. You got actually instrument 1 and 2 on the front of the unit, and then you have your microphone inputs on the back, as well as turntable inputs as well. So that is the second reason why you should get an MPC X. Now, the third reason why you should get an MPC X is most of the functions of the MPC X and the different menus that you could get into have a dedicated button to it. And that includes, you get dedicated function buttons for these functions as well. All right. So the MPC Live, you don't get dedicated function buttons, but you do on this. And it's kind of reminiscent to the old MPCs where you actually get physical buttons to get into the different functions here. Now, there is a button you need to push to get into that. Right here, it says F key. So if you push that, now I can use these buttons here. So if I want to get into the audio tab, I can push right there. That's going to take me to audio. If I want to go up or minus a track, I could do that here. Now there's only one track here. So let's go back to MIDI. All right, so now we're in the MIDI menu. Now you can go up and down tracks using the touch screen, or you can use the function buttons. Okay, so that's really dope. Now, there's also other different functions. Okay, so you have a menu button, a browse button, a step sequencer button, a sampler button, XY effect button, a pad perform buttons. And look at all these functions in here inside the MPC. All right, this is a great device. Now, there's also other buttons over here, and you got your numeric buttons over here, and you got your D panel over here, which is actually really cool. And this directional panel is actually one of my favorite features here. I don't know why. There's just something about having this D panel. It makes me think of the older MPC. Back when I had the MPC 1000, I was able to use the arrow keys. All right, it just reminds me of that. If you go back to main, you can go through. You see the red box, how it's moving. And then you can, select what you want. All right, so I can move through the tracks like that. Say I want to change sequences, I just push up and I can change sequences. It's really cool. So I don't have to use touchscreen, even though there is a touchscreen, but I don't necessarily have to use the touchscreen for everything. Now you do have to use the touchscreen. All right, but that's not necessarily a negative. All right, the touchscreen is actually really functional. And that brings me to the next point, is that there is a 10-inch touchscreen on the MPC X. All right, so point number 4, there's a 10-inch touchscreen on the MPC X. So obviously you need to use this to get into certain functions. All right, you can see my red thing here isn't hitting everything on the screen. Like it's not hitting this stuff over here. It's not hitting up here. If I want to go into there, I could touch it right there. So having the touchscreen is definitely to your advantage in certain aspects. For example, there's an XY. All right, so I could put XY effects on my output here. So if I play this beat, there's different effects on here. You got your beat repeat. All right, you got your XY effects. Now, something they added to version 2.6 is this. So actually, let me come over here and let me show you what I did. All right, I got my chops in there. Now, if you look, if I tap right here where it says velocity, I can change this and you can see automation on the grid. Now, if you come over here, I definitely automated a plugin. So let me show you what plugin I have here. I have a plugin right here. It's the air filter. And I actually automated this, and I automated this filter using the touchscreen. Now I can automate it with the knobs, with the Q links, but the way I automated this is with the touchscreen, which is really cool because you can make precision edits. You can do whatever you want. You can see right here, I messed with the filter cutoff frequency right here. And I also messed with the resonance right here. So if you listen to this track, actually, let me solo this track so you can hear it. Now watch what happens, or listen to what happens. And if you're finding value in this video, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps this video, get seen by other people when you do that. And just leave a comment below as well. Let's get back into it. I got that cool effect going right there, and I just drew that in there. With the cutoff frequency there, I can draw in whatever I want right there. Now you do notice it is quantized to a certain thing here. So I could take off the quantization. Actually, if I push note repeat and just take that off, I can make finer edits like that. So now let's listen to it. So really cool, and I can undo it that simply. Really cool. Touchscreen on the MPC X. It's a reason why you need to get it right there. All right, so let's go into the last reason why I have here Q links. You have 16 Q links on the MPC X. Not only do you have 16 Q links, but you have 16 scribble strips here. All right, so that means you can see what these Q links are actually editing right here, and you don't even need to look at the screen to see what they're editing. So right here on this area, it says sequence tempo. I could change the tempo right here. So let's go back to the main for a second. Take that solo off. I could change the tempo, say if I want it faster. That's all I need to do. I can undo it. All right. Now I could change the number of bars right here. Say I only want to do 2 bars. I got that shortcut right there. Okay, I could put it back to 4. Just that simple. All right, and then I could change my start and end points of the sequence right here. If I only want to edit a certain, area of the sequence, I could change that right there. I could change my track right here very simply. So having these Q links right here is super beneficial. And then this is just for the screen controls. Now you can go into your pad parameters. You can go to your pad scenes. You go to your program. I got my project ones here. And now you can customize these Q links as well. So if you look right here, if you push shift and edit, it's going to take you to your customization screen. Now, obviously, screen is going to be whatever screen you have it on. And you could change your pad parameters here. And you got pad scenes right here. And then you have your program Q links. And then you got your project Q links. And then what's cool about the project Q links is no matter where you're at inside of the MPC X, the project Q links are going to work for you. Now, another good example of what Q links are for, if you actually put it on screen, and so what screen means is wherever you're at in the MPC, the Q links are going to automatically adjust to whatever's going on. So if you put it on screen and then you go to, let's say you want to go to edit a sample, you can edit it very simply. So like if I want to do, if I want to change the start or end point right here, very simply, all I need to do is look, okay, I can change the end using this Q link. Say I want it right there. Boom, that's where my sample is. All right, and say if I wanted to start or change the start point, all I would need to do is pull that over. Very simply, you can edit your samples fast, all right? This is just more examples of what the Q links are good for. So that's number 5, reason number 5, why you should get the MPC X. So there you go, 5 reasons why you should get the MPC X. If you want to see more videos in this series, click or tap the screen over here. It's going to take you to a playlist where you can see more videos of this nature. Remember to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon. My name is Matthew. Continue creating music, and we'll talk soon.